Okay, so let's go ahead and step through this test. I'm going to pull this over here on the left. I'm going to put our application over here on the right and close that for now. Let me drop a breakpoint here at our web elements. And then I'm going to right click and do debug tests. So now it's going to pull up Firefox driver. You guys can see the output right here. It's using NUnit. I'm running it through Visual Studio, but it's using NUnit, and you guys can see NUnit adapter is running the tests. So give it a second. It started. It's logging output. I can put that here. I'm going to put this guy over here. So it's going to go to our web page. And now it's there. And actually, it already did this part where it found our frame and switched to it. So now the next step is, let me zoom out a little bit, is to find our elements, right? So I'm going to step over this. And normally I'd use the keys, but because I'm recording the screen, can't do that. Step over this, step over that. So now I got our target element. You guys can see it's here. And I got our source element. So now it's going to perform the drag and drop action. And it's going to move the source element to the target element. So if I step over this, you guys will see that happen here. Boom. How awesome was that? And now we're just going to validate that this dropped has been changed. And our target element, if we look at its text, you guys can see it's dropped. So that's definitely going to match up. And I'm going to do that like right here. Finish it up with a continue. And our test has successfully passed. We can look over here in our test explorer. You guys can see that example 1 passed. And actually, let me rename it just to see it better in the test explorer. And there you go. Quickly build that. So in the test explorer, it's easier. Drag, drop, example 1, right? Way easier to read, way easier to understand. So now you guys were able to see this entire test, what happened. You guys saw how easy it is to do an action like a drag and drop. And here I used a perform because I didn't need to build this action and then perform it later. But if we did want to do that, you guys could have done something like this. Build. Okay, and then later, if you wanted to do something, you can do build.perform. If for whatever reason you needed to do this drag and drop again, or for whatever reason you may want to pre-build this action and then use it and do it again, and so on and so forth, like that. Okay, let me get rid of all that. Awesome. So there it is. Again, the source code is going to be in the course notes. This will be available for you there. So you can get that there and follow along with our tutorials if for whatever reason you get lost.